Still seeing those stubborn dark dots on your nose and chin, no matter how much you scrub? Let's clear something up. That isn't dirt. It's a plug of oxidized oil and dead skin cells lodged deep within your pore, and it's called a blackhead. When you try to scrub it away, you're only irritating the surface of your skin, which can cause inflammation, micro-tears, and even trigger more oil production, making the problem worse. The key isn't aggression. It's a smart, consistent strategy. Today, I'm running you through my FAST Clear method, a complete system designed to gently melt those plugs, lift them out, and most importantly, keep your pores clear for the long haul. The FAST Clear Map: Flex Warm, Active Melt, Selective Acids, Timed Mask, Clean Release, Lock Calm, Everyday Rotation, Anti-Reclog Habits. Results. First, a quick myth bust. You can't permanently shrink your pores. Their size is mostly determined by genetics. But you absolutely can make them look significantly smaller by keeping them clear of debris. And remember, blackheads aren't a sign of being dirty. The dark color comes from oxidation, a chemical reaction that happens when the mix of oil and skin cells in the open pore is exposed to air. That's precisely why you can't just wash them away with a simple face wash. F. Flex Warm, Prime without damage. We begin by making the plugs pliable. Think of hardened sebum like cold butter. You can't work with it until you soften it. Take a clean washcloth soaked in warm, not hot, water, and press it gently against congested areas for 2 to 4 minutes. Alternatively, a facial steamer works beautifully here. The goal is simply to soften the hardened sebum. Using water that's too hot is counterproductive. It will only cause inflammation and trigger more oil production. For an extra boost, if you're wearing makeup or sunscreen, do a quick swipe with micellar water on a cotton pad before applying the warmth. This removes the surface layer and helps the warmth penetrate more effectively. A. Active Melt, the 60-60 Double Cleanse. Now for the core melt phase, which leverages the scientific principle that like dissolves like. Start with an oil-based cleanser on completely dry skin. Massage it gently for a full 60 seconds, focusing on blackhead-prone areas. This step is crucial, because the oils in the cleanser are chemically attracted to the hardened oils in your pores, effectively breaking down those waxy plugs. After a minute, wet your hands with a little water and continue massaging to emulsify the cleanser into a milky liquid, then rinse thoroughly with lukewarm water. Immediately follow with a water-based cleanser for another 60 seconds. Look for a gentle gel formula with ingredients like salicylic acid for exfoliation or soothing heart leaf for calming. This second cleanse removes any remaining oily residue and water-based impurities. Here's a critical checkpoint. If your skin feels tight, dry, or squeaky clean after washing, your cleanser is too harsh. That feeling means it has stripped your skin's protective lipid barrier, which can lead to irritation and a rebound effect of even more oil production and clogs. Switch to a gentler, pH-balanced formula, ideally around a pH of 5.5. S. Selective Acids, MAP, don't blanket. Instead of applying strong acids everywhere, we're going to be strategic. For your primary blackhead zones, like the nose and chin, use a BHA or salicylic acid at a concentration of 0.5% to 2%. Apply it 2 to 4 times a week, only in the evening. BHA is oil-soluble, which is its superpower. It can get deep inside the pore lining to dissolve the plug from within. For more sensitive areas of your face, or if you find BHA too strong, opt for a milder acid like PHA, which has a larger molecule and is more hydrating, or lactic acid, which exfoliates the surface gently. Use these just 1 to 3 times a week. A huge, non-negotiable rule: always skip exfoliating acids on the nights you use a retinoid. Using them together is a fast track to over-exfoliation and a damaged, irritated skin barrier. T. Timed Mask. Detox without dehydration. Once a week, use a clay or charcoal mask to help draw out impurities that you've already loosened. Kaolin clay is gentler, while bentonite is more absorbent and better for very oily skin. The most important part of this step is the timing. Apply a thin, even layer and leave it on for only 8 to 10 minutes. You must rinse it off when it's about 80% dry, meaning it's still slightly tacky to the touch, but before it starts to feel tight and crack. Letting a clay mask dry completely is a common mistake that can severely dehydrate your skin, stripping its natural oils and triggering rebound oil production, which defeats the entire purpose. If you have combination skin, Only apply the mask to your T-zone. C. Clean release. Optional pro extraction. This step is optional and requires extreme care and hygiene. I only recommend attempting this after your skin is fully prepped with steam and a mask, when the plugs are at their softest. Hygiene is non-negotiable. Thoroughly sanitize any tool with 70% rubbing alcohol before and after each use. If using your fingers, wrap them in clean tissues to prevent slipping and protect your skin. Position the tool or your fingers at an angle beside the pore and apply slow, gentle, rocking pressure. Follow my rule of twos. If the blackhead doesn't release after 2 light attempts, stop. It's not ready. Forcing it will cause trauma, broken capillaries, and potential scarring. L. Lock, calm, soothe, treat, and seal. After any treatment, especially extractions, your skin is vulnerable and needs to be calmed immediately. Apply a targeted dab of salicylic acid directly onto any extracted spots to keep the pore clear. Then gently glide an ice roller or a cold compress over the area for 30 seconds. This constricts blood vessels, significantly reducing redness and inflammation. Next, soothe your entire face. This is where you replenish what you've taken away. Use a hydrating, alcohol-free toner or essence containing calming ingredients like Centella asiatica, also known as Cica, heartleaf, mugwort, or panthenol. These ingredients are fantastic for cooling redness, reducing irritation, and replenishing essential hydration. Now choose one targeted treatment based on your skin's needs that day. For ongoing oiliness and pore appearance, a 4 to 5% niacinamide serum is fantastic for regulating sebum. For lingering redness or post-acne marks, use azelaic acid. If you have an active, inflamed pimple or whitehead nearby, spot treat only that spot with 2.5% benzoyl peroxide. The key is to listen to your skin and pick only one active treatment per routine to avoid irritation. Finally, seal everything in with a lightweight, non-comedogenic gel or gel cream moisturizer. Proper hydration is critical to preventing your skin from overproducing oil to compensate for dryness. A well-hydrated skin barrier is a healthy skin barrier, and in the daytime, this step is absolutely non-negotiable. Finish with a broad-spectrum sunscreen of SPF 30 or higher. Sun exposure can damage pores and make post-inflammatory marks darker. E. Everyday rotation. Consistency is everything for long-term results. Use a simple skin cycling schedule to get the benefits of your actives without overwhelming your skin. Night A is your treatment night. After cleansing, apply BHA to your mapped zones, then follow with soothing and moisturizing. Night B is your retinoid night. After cleansing, apply a pea-sized amount of your chosen retinoid, then soothe and moisturize. Retinoids are the gold standard for increasing cell turnover, which prevents new plugs from forming. Night C is your recovery night. No strong actives at all. Just cleanse, apply soothing serums, and deeply moisturize. Then, repeat the cycle. Remember, never stack retinoids with strong acids in the same routine. A. Anti-reclog habits. Your daily habits matter just as much as your products. Bacteria and oil build up everywhere. Change your pillowcase every 2 to 3 days. Wipe down your phone screen daily. It touches your face. Cleanse your face as soon as you can after a workout to wash away sweat and bacteria. Wash your makeup brushes weekly. And most importantly, practice mindful awareness to keep your hands off your face. If you feel the urge to pick at a spot, put a hydrocolloid patch on it instead. This creates a physical barrier and helps the spot heal. R. Results. So, what can you realistically expect? This isn't an overnight fix. Within 48 hours of a treatment, you should see a reduction in redness and inflammation. After 7 to 10 days of consistent routine, your skin will feel noticeably smoother as the surface texture improves. The real magic happens around the 4 to 6 week mark. This is one full skin cell turnover cycle. Here, you'll see a visible reduction in the blackhead cycle as your pores stay clearer for longer and appear more refined. This is a marathon, not a sprint, but with this strategic method, you're building healthy habits for clear skin that lasts. Before we finish, a few pro tips. First, what about pore strips? I advise against them. While satisfying, they often just remove the top of the blackhead and can be aggressive, potentially damaging capillaries and enlarging the appearance of pores over time. Second, for sunscreen, if you have oily skin, look for lightweight mineral formulas with zinc oxide or newer chemical filters that are formulated to be non-greasy. Finally, The term non-comedogenic isn't regulated, so it's not a guarantee. It's a helpful starting point, but always pay attention to how your own skin reacts to a new product. Like and subscribe for more barrier-safe skincare routines that actually work.